Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushtonGallery.com. It is Sunday, June 25th. If I could just get the date correct in the description. I can't ever do that. Sunday, June 25th. I'm drinking my favorite kefir, Kelowna Supernaturals. Link is in the description. Day 2 of repainting this painting. Love the sky. Absolutely love the sky. Look at that. Just that. Let's bring over the pre-cut mat here. Yes, I've continued to cut my thumb. Well, it's healing. Bear with me. I cut it worse than I thought, but it's not bad. It's still just Band-Aid, you know, but it's just like I took the Band-Aid off and I'm like, oh, just what you want to hear, right? Beautiful sky, beautiful little that. Isn't that great? That's beautiful. This part I got to work on. So what I want to do, and because I'm like paranoid about this, I want to, well, no, covering it up is going to be a complete pain in the, let's just try to work. All right. I should be able to work within the boundaries here, and let's just give it a go here. Hopefully nothing gets on. I'll regret that. I will regret saying that. Can you, let's try this here. What do you want to do? Like that? Do like that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We can live with that. And I'm going to tie it down with the painter's tape. That up there. I don't know if I've really tried this before, this sort of blocking effect. And then I got this down here, which I want to preserve that as well. So we'll just do a couple of layers here. Rather than trying to get it perfect, just sort of, I just don't want to have any regrets with regard to accidentally getting paint on the upper section. I know what it looks like. I think I said yesterday that I was going to try it out with some acrylic ink on top of the of the paint here. So let's see what a little bit of flame orange will do. I think that's going to yellow it out a little bit there, which that might not be bad. I think we're going to end up having to use the acrylic paint on this. We'll throw a little red on there. I have too much red as it is. This just looks watered down. That's just not going to work. Sometimes you can put ink over paint and have it. It's not going to work for me here. So in this case, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Put a little pink in there. A little pink in the landscape. There's something else I was thinking about doing. Was not buying any more supplies until I absolutely had to. And that means no more Amsterdam titanium white ink, which I do love. trying to see if I can be disciplined about that. I don't know. It's kind of like being back in art school. You know, they're like, don't use the color black, right? You can use anything but black. Or don't use the color white. Use every color but white. We did those kind of exercises in art school, and I like it. Limitations, you know. Let's do something monochromatic. Only use blue. Oh, okay. Looking back, those were, you know, always liked that sort of thing. That's not going to work. Even though this is a family-friendly show, I have to make fun of this. Bring on the hookers. It's a family-friendly, no swearing in this show. None of that stuff. I might be onto something here. What I do today, I went out to the casino, played a little pick-a-pair electronic poker. Did okay. Ended up in the positive territory after playing for an hour. Not a huge amount of money, but I figure anytime you leave the casino with a little bit of money in your pocket and you don't bet too much, you're doing all right. I'm pretty good with the risk, you know. Man. Just kind of bring this back here. Just not getting the level of ground that I want here. I'll figure it out. It's kind of nice not having to finish a painting in a day. It takes 2 days, you know. It takes 2 days to finish a painting. Yeah. It's good. That's like less photography, less cataloging, less putting stuff in the gallery. A little bit more time working. Maybe I should do bigger pieces, you know. I got some big canvases over there. I guess I'd have to change the way that this camera arrangement is being done. These colors are just not. I'm just kind of having a hard time here. I don't know. Pink. When is the landscape pink? Well, in the fall, when the soybean fields turn. There's a day or two where they're a little pinkish. That might be it. I might have found the rhythm. The rhythm, the rebel, right? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go through my brain. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, let's see here. All right. That texture in there. And the noise, all the noise. Okay. All right. Let's pull this up here. See whether or not I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Let me just let it sit here for a second. Let's get the take take a look at this here. So this is acrylic ink and acrylic paint, mostly acrylic paint on spun bonded olefin. It's an 8x10 pre-cut mat. So the interior is 6.25. I think 6.25 by 4.25, or maybe it's 6.5 by 4.5. I don't have a. Oh yeah, I do. Got it right here. Let's take a look at this. 6.5, 4.5. All right. 6.5 by 4.5. Got a little bit of light there, kind of doing that. That's good. I'm glad I spent a second day on it, because yesterday the ground, the part where the ground went was too wet, too soppy, and you know, it's okay to go and put a lot of paint on there and scrape it off and everything, but yeah, I love that red noise on the horizon. That's good. And just the kind of pink off. It's like, yeah, like sunset, sunrise, something's going on. Fog. Then you get sort of distant fields here. Foreground, sort of differentiation in the landscape. And then kind of close up here. It could be grasses or whatever. I don't know. And then that crazy textured sky. Love it. I'm happy with where this is going. I know I did the smoothed out stuff for a long time, but I like the noisy things too. And there's part of me that's kind of like, well, maybe you could make a larger version of this. I've got all these. Could I do it on canvas? Could I do this sort of thing on canvas? Could I scale it up? Because I like working with the palette knife. I do like working with acrylic paint, which I've got still too much of. So maybe I could do something, maybe a little bit larger. I've got some, what have I got? 6x12s, 10x20s, 24-inch square. Just so much just sitting around, collecting dust. Got to do something with it. You could throw it away, I guess, but that's not good. If one thing I've proven with the repainting the spun bonded olefin paintings is that it's okay to repaint old work, revisit it, go through it again, decide what you like, decide what you want to play around with, see where it goes. It's nice, kind of moving it forward. Anyway, enough rambling for me. I'm happy with where this is, and this will dry. And tomorrow night I'll go and photograph it and get it in the Mark Rushton gallery. Not going to do it tonight. It's still wet. It'll be wet for a little while, but very happy with this, where this is going. Super happy. And again, not a very long video, but I'm half fried as it is. Have a good night. Talk to you later.